I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. The Newburgh School District has begun an investigation into the alleged preferential treatment given to star NFA basketball players during their 2009 championship season. That's what members of the community were told last night during a public forum sponsored by the Newburgh NAACP. A Times-Herald Record investigation discovered that several prominent players were allowed to cut classes and skip school, but still play in games. District officials say a consultant is conducting an audit to check out the reports and examine attendance records. Newburgh NAACP President Reverend Byron Williams hopes people don't jump to conclusions and allow the probe to run its course.
The difficulty with it is that it's a multifaceted problem. It affects so many on so many different levels. It's a problem naturally with the educational system itself, but then it's a problem with the children, with their families. It's multifaceted, and so it's going to require more than one simplistic solution, I think, to finally bring it to rest.
Many at last night's forum say existing policies must be enforced at NFA so that school attendance is a requirement for those who want to participate in athletic events. Speakers say that would lead to better graduation rates. 3 men have been charged with felony burglary for a break-in at an unoccupied residence in the town of Mount Hope yesterday. 38-year-old Christopher Dool of Mount Hope and 44-year-old Ramon Colon of Middletown were arrested in the driveway of the residence at 39 Grange Road. 43-year-old Jose Colon was arrested shortly after he ran into the woods. All 3 were sent to Orange County Jail. Quantities of crack cocaine, marijuana, about $25,000 in suspected drug money. This was the take from the raid conducted in the village of Liberty this week, and police say they took down a high-level drug dealer in the process. 33-year-old Kareem McFadden was charged with felony drug possession with intent to sell after police raided his Emma Street apartment. According to the Sullivan County District Attorney Jim Farrell, McFadden faces up to 9 years in prison if he's convicted. Liberty police say the raid was the result of an investigation that began with a tip that crack cocaine was being sold in that residence. We'll add Middletown to the list of area school districts facing brutal budget decisions. Calling it the worst thing he's ever had to deal with, Superintendent Ken Eastwood presented a preliminary budget for the Middletown School District last night that includes $10 million worth of cuts and the elimination of 106 positions. Eastwood said a projected $5.6 million reduction in state aid has made a bad situation worse. And the school board will have to adopt a budget by April 7th. They could opt to raise taxes and decrease the number of job cuts. In news from Kingston, the man holding Ulster County's top job will be making it known that he wants another term. Democrat Michael Hine, Ulster County's first ever county executive, will hold a news conference Monday on the county courthouse steps to officially announce his intention to run for a second term this year. To this point, there are no announced Republican candidates. 31 animals, including cats and rabbits, are recovering at the Ulster County SPCA shelter after being rescued from a Midtown Kingston residence on Wednesday. SPCA investigators say many of the cats were emaciated and experiencing upper respiratory problems. Shelter officials hope to have them ready for adoption sometime next month. No charges are expected to be filed against the building owner. Well, spring doesn't officially arrive until Monday, but with temperatures today up around 70 degrees, people fortunate enough to get outside were definitely thinking spring. At Fancher Davidge Park in Middletown, 3-year-old Harley and his dad were getting reacquainted with the park's playground equipment. Harley's mom had just one thought when she woke up this morning.
Go to the park. That's what I was thinking. Go to the park, get my son outside, enjoy this weather, because it's been so cold. We've been inside most of the time. I think people are happier when the weather's warmer and nice. I really do. Because when it's cold and you have to stay cooped up in the house and it's too freezing to go outside, everybody's like all down and stuff. When the weather is nice and warm and even a little breeze like this, it's great. Brings people's spirits up.
Well, people weren't the only ones enjoying today's great weather. So were the crocuses and the rest of the plant life. Unfortunately, the weekend won't be nearly as warm. The sun will break through tomorrow after some morning clouds and maybe a little light drizzle, but temperatures will only be in the 40s to near 50. Sunday will be partly sunny, but it'll stay on the cooler side, with the highs again around 50 degrees. To get a complete look at what's happening here and elsewhere, pick up weekend editions of the Times-Herald Record, and be sure to make frequent visits to Record Online to get all of the breaking news. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.